Kyle's going to start off this hour in Indianapolis. Hey, Kyle, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call today.
Sure. What's up?
So essentially, I'm 19 years old, and 2 years ago, my dad pretty much put himself in a position where he drank himself to, I don't know if you guys have heard the term wet brain, but it's pretty much a vitamin deficiency, and it causes pretty much permanent short-term memory loss. So now that's been going for 2 years, and there was a conservatorship and a guardianship, but we're trying to switch that, and we're not really sure what to do with it.
Who's we?
The whole family. I have 2 siblings, and then he has 3 brothers, and then my mom is divorced.
Okay, so she hasn't got anything to do with him. She's divorced, right?
Right.
And so who's got the conservatorship? His brothers?
No, it's actually my older brother, but he is like the most irresponsible person there is. So my mom pretty much helps him do it all. And in fact, not really helps. She just does it for him, which we trust our mom, but that's, like you said, divorce, not really the best.
Would your brother? Do you want it? Do you want conservatorship? Do you want to take the lead on some of these decisions? Or are you just frustrated by the whole mess?
Well, ideally it would be ideally it's me, because, I mean, quite frankly, I don't want to toot my own horn, but between his brothers and my siblings, I'm probably the most responsible, but I feel like I'm 19. I'm trying to start a career in real estate. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how much responsibility it is. So
a lot.
A ton. Yeah. Is your dad going to need long-term care? Is he able to care for himself in any capacity?
He's in assisted living right now, and I mean, I don't know how much longer he has, quite frankly, because he pretty much smoked and drank his lungs and liver away, and now he's gained a ton of weight. So I just don't know how long of a path this is.
Okay, so if assisted living is caring
he's only 48.
If assisting living is caring for his daily needs, what will the conservator actually be doing?
There's some paperwork that needs updated yearly, and then if he needs to move facilities, or if, from my understanding, if he does pass away or get close to passing away, they ultimately hold that the responsibility of what happens next and whatnot. So
I can't, Kyle, I can't tell if you are asking us a question or if you are wrestling with what about the conservatorship, or if you are just simply wrestling with that.
The unfairness that you should have to do this at 19.
That gnarly paradox between I love my dad and I want to take care of him, and I can't believe that I'm in this position.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of the last part of it, is that I think as a family, as a whole, we all kind of feel like even if we all were responsible and were able to do it, we're kind of just mad at him. Like, why is it our burden?
That's fair.
Both and.
To do that.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that for you,
so
man.
I guess, and then the last option would be able to give that responsibility to the state, but none of us really wants to do that. But at the same time,
it's been my experience that if you're making the choice to not, if you're making the choice to not give him over to the state, then you're making a choice to be a member of his, a part of his life. And if you're choosing to be a part of his life, those flashes of anger and frustration, that's part of the grieving process. That's normal. That's, I miss my dad, and I can't believe he hurt himself like this, because his actions now are going to ripple through his family for generations. That's all real. And every moment you choose to dwell on what happened in the past versus what we got to deal with, what's happening right now, and then what can we make of this, and what happens next in my career and my life and my education too, is a choice to be miserable in the present. I don't want that for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you turn him over to the state, you dust your hands off and you walk away. Okay. If you choose to keep him, and every day you wake up and you're pissed off at him, you are choosing to have the most miserable road ahead.
Right.
Yeah. So the only way it would make sense to move forward, I think I'm hearing, if you move forward, regardless of why, but you have got to commit to this whole situation not taking up all of the real estate in your brain. Because otherwise you're going to spend all your time ruminating and dealing with this and talking about some conversation you can't have with a guy that's not there anymore. And so that involves two things. One is it involves, I'm going to very much compartmentalize this, and it's going to get 10%, 7% of my brain to actually cause the assisted living to occur, to cause hospice to occur later, and to plan a funeral later. And the other thing is I've got to really get with my pastor and walk through the process of forgiveness and set this down so that it doesn't take up all of your brain. If it takes up all of your brain, it is completely unfair to you. And I would turn, if you cannot do that, and I don't know if I could have at 19, Kyle. But if you cannot do that, then you need to also clear your brain by letting someone else do it other than you. You do not have a moral or ethical responsibility to take this on at 19. You have the option to do it, but you do not have the mandate from Scripture or society for a 19-year-old to fix his dad who drunk himself into the point of being an invalid.
And in fact, legally, your brother has that responsibility right now.
Right now, nope. Yeah, your brother has it legally, but you don't have the weight of you have to do this or you're a bad guy. That's not there. So the only way you can move forward is if you set enough of this aside that you still have more than enough room to have a great life in your brain.
And sometimes the best thing you can give your dad is to take care of yourself and to get about living your life too.